Why, as a sensitive cycle breaker, you self-sabotage when things are going well? This is when you are actually starting to take some action, you're getting a positive result, like you're getting some feedback from people, things are going a bit well. Why you self-sabotage, start to procrastinate, start to not follow the intuitive nudges, start to freeze up. It is your nervous system. And what I'm going to share in this video is not because you're not meant for it. It's not because you're a bad thing or anything like that. But your nervous system is moving into this new energy, which is, oh, I'm actually receiving now. I'm actually receiving more than enough. And it kind of doesn't know what to do with it. So it starts to sabotage it, right? What I see with clients that are sensitive, that have come from a childhood that's been abusive, that have been healing for a long time, is that they're really good at taking lots of action to heal, doing all the different practices like affirmations and taking action. And they're so good at that and that doing energy. You're taking the action, right? You're feeling very comfortable with the doing part. And then you start to receive. So then you start to get, I don't know, like a date or, a work opportunity or a client or something positive starts to happen. Or you're getting a really great download idea of what you're supposed to do. And that's really good, right? So you're taking action and you're actually feeling inspired. So you're not looping around not enough now. You're actually receiving things, right? So things are starting to change, but then you start to slam the brakes. Now, the reason why is we can have protective strategies to receiving, right? It can be unsafe for us to receive the desire that we want. And that can be the thing that is stopping us, and that is self-sabotaging. So actually really slowing down and being like, what's making me not do this? So when we've come out of that cycle of not enough and we've done that work, and now we're like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit less full of shame. And now I'm feeling like, okay, I can receive guidance and next steps, and I'm going to walk the path of the unknown, and I'm going to start moving along. That then almost like the body, the nervous system starts to pull you in. We want to work out what is the protective strategy that you did in your life to keep yourself small, to be less than, to have just enough or not enough. So this is actually called like a double bind. So for me, for a really long time, I had the strategy of just keep doing, 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 and it just never is enough. And when I started to work on my shame, I started to then receive things back, like money and clients and love and all the things. Like they started to come to me. What I was unconsciously doing is I was starting to sabotage. I wasn't acting on the easy nudges. I was investing in people teaching me a whole other way of doing business because this easy thing would have just been too simple. I just kind of made it complicated. I made a load of money and then didn't hold on to it, sabotaged my business in lots of ways. And the reason why was because the double bind of a nervous system is like when you have multiple nervous system protective things that are basically kind of keeping you stuck. And the thing that mine was, as a sensitive, I would feel that people were starting to get jealous or resentful, or they weren't liking me as much, or I wasn't really belonging with the crew as much, that I started to unconsciously hold myself back. So that was my protective strategy. Why is it not safe for me to proceed and have more? Why is it not safe for me to be in my power? Why is it not safe for me to be fully, truly loved? Why is it not safe for me to be beautiful? Why is it not safe for me to be thin? Why is it not safe for me to be rich? And really, what am I protecting myself for? And it's bringing that into the light out of the unconscious and pulling it out and having a look at it. It's going to be slightly different for different people. With the sensitive clients I have that, empaths and light workers and big feelers in the world, often it can be, I don't want to make other people feel bad, or it could be something, I'll upset my family, or I'll break the hierarchy, or people will be upset with me, I'll lose the tribe. Another thing for me was the women in my family, like my mom and my grandmas, they gave me through, not through like saying the words, but through like their energy and through me being sensitive. So I would pick this up on them, which was like, they showed me that beauty was dangerous. Being seen. Being too much wouldn't keep me safe. You want to be seen, you want to fall in love, you want to grow a business, you want to do all these things. But there's that protective mechanism that's like, it's not okay for me to do it. When you start taking the action, which does feel edgy, is just to create a container in a week, in a day, where you do the scary thing, even though it might not be scary to anybody else because you're taking an action. A really silly example is I am currently in the process of putting our house on the market to sell and move somewhere else. And that's going to bring up a lot of abundance for us. It's going to take a lot of financial pressure for us. It's going to be a much more soul aligned community. It's a move totally aligned with my soul. But my ego self feels a bit afraid, is a bit protective, wants to keep me where I've been for a long time. So I can find myself self-sabotaging with like little jobs I need to do around the house or forms I need to fill in or procrastinating about these things because that part of me is like, oh my God, it's not safe for us to proceed because you're going to leave all of this behind and you're going to be in that world and we don't know what that world's like and it's not safe. And it's all this kind of energy within. So you need to speak to the part of you. This is where self-leadership really comes into this, which is like speaking to yourself and being like, okay, I'm afraid because I feel like I'm going to lose everyone. Like, let's just say that's one of the fears, right? And then how can you lead that part of you that feels like I might lose everyone, right? It's like, well, you are only going to lose the people that prefer you in suffering than being in your power. And you will bring in relationships that prefer this version of you. So even if you lose people initially, you're not going to lose people forever because you will find the people. And this is what we're going to do to find your people, for example. So that's like a self-leadership way of, okay, what am I doing in the protective pattern? Like it's bringing consciousness into it. What's the thoughts, the feelings, the actions? And often with clients, what I see is that they are actually feeling just unsafe in the unknown of doing something new and different, which is really freaking normal. Hugging yourself, breathing, breath work, using EFT tapping, all of these things can help you to ground and to feel like, okay, I'm in the unknown and I don't really know what's going to happen. And that's a really big part of this as well. If you are looking to change your life and to create expansion and to break a cycle and to be completely different to anybody in your family, you're going first, and your brain and your body has no program for how this works. So it does not like it and it's going to want you to stop. So that's why you have to be so present with what you're doing. You have to be so present with what's coming up in you so that you can lead that part of you. That's what it comes down to. Rather than ignoring it, rather than getting frustrated and being like, oh God, see, nothing's changing and I'm stuck and I can't. And it's that energy of powerlessness, of victim, of I can't do this. Rather than each day, you're in this conscious creation mode. You're the creator, you're not the victim. Today, with this house move that we're doing, we had something come up in the house, an unexpected cost that came out of nowhere. And it was like, this has just happened, right? We'll figure it out. And my current version of me is like, I don't, the person that I've been up to this point is like, I don't really know how to solve that really, really quickly. But I just basically say it to my higher self. I say it to my soul. I say it to my guides, to my ancestors. I'm going to need to sort that out pretty quickly. You tell me what I need to do or what I need to create to sort that thing out. And I'll be listening out for the guidance because I don't really know how to solve this. Because this is like a problem for my new life and I don't really know how to do it. So you let me know, right? And even this video, and I recorded one earlier as well, I was like, okay, I want to be of service in this way, and I want to create expansion in my life in this way. You let me know what I need to do. And I woke up this morning with a number of ideas of like things I could record on that could be of service, that could help people that I wish that I'd heard 3 months ago, 2 months ago, a year ago, right? Like I was speaking to a client today and she is literally in this pattern where she's like, I'm taking progress, something good really happens, and I shut down and I run away. I've done that my whole life and I've lost so many opportunities because of it. And it's because there's a protective part of her that's stopping her from having the thing. And there's probably multiple ones. And she's just got to figure out what those are to help them to feel calm and to work with her nervous system in the discomfort of being in the unknown and taking edgy action. Not through force, not through control, not through hustling or anything like that, but from an energy of love, basically. Loving yourself and being like, that's okay, sweetheart. I know that this is really hard. This is uncomfortable. We're going against a lifetime of programming. We're going against generations of programming, having this relationship, having this healthy love, having more money than we didn't know what to do with it. It's okay. I am doing a workshop this week on the 12th of February, 2026, and you can watch it live, or if you're watching this video after, you can watch the replay. And it's all about being the great receiver. And this is what this problem is. You've been the great doer, right? The great hustler, and you're done with that. You want to be a great receiver and you get the guidance, you do the thing, you do it nice and easy. Come to the workshop, it's £33, or you can get it completely free in my membership community called It Ends With Me. So if you want the workshop on its own, just comment receive and we'll send you the link. If you want to join the community, just comment community and we will give you the membership details. And we do this work together. It's relational. You have relationships with whatever it is that you're calling in, the money, the partner, etc. So you have to work with your nervous system to feel okay to have the thing. Otherwise, it will keeping you safe by pushing it away. And it just needs to know that actually I can have this in my system. I really love to visualize. I meditate most days where I will visualize like what I'm creating, like what I want to bring in, what my next step is. And when I'm doing that and I'm really excited by it and I'm really feeling it in my body and all my senses, that always gives me like the courage and the extra spark to go against the feeling of the sabotage. Like, okay, you can say like this forever, or you can have this. So sometimes that will give me that little bit of, oh my God, I'm really excited about this vision. I'm going to take the action. But there's plenty of times where I'm so lit up and excited about the vision, but I'm still self-sabotaging. And that's when I'll get really, really quiet and really, really slow and be like, what am I protecting myself from? And this is the work that we do in the community. So it ends with me, and you can just comment community and you can come and join us. So I will see you in the next video. I'd love to hear from you in the comments on any weird things that you do to protect yourself, or you notice when you're self-sabotaging, when you're on that route. You're like, okay, I want to have the thing, but I keep doing this. I'm getting really frustrated. I'm really getting angry with myself and I'm shaming myself. There's something wrong with me. It's like, no, there's a protective, loving part of you that's doing this. Let's find what it is, give it what it needs, and it will stop. So if you want to comment in the comments, tell me what's going on with your protective strategies, and I'll give you some thoughts. I'm normally around shortly after the video post, so I'd love to hear from you. And I will see you in the next video.